Steve Hazelman. I was asked to present this. As of last week, I was the production manager of Women in Business in Samoa. Just joined SPC again. Women in Business Development, it's in Samoa. Started in 1991. Basically, we work in rural communities, and the main aim of the work now is to find overseas markets for the products that I will show later. It's all about sustainable development and getting families to participate in cash economy. In practice, this may mean that families are able to send their kids to school and pay the bills and so forth. The funding source of NZ8 through Oxfam, the government of Samoa, covers the organic certification and some partners. There's a staff for 34. The main thrust of the agricultural work that is done there is organic production, where certification is involved. There's a lot of work to prepare farms in both islands to get them ready for organic production. And it covers all the ecological process, biodiversity, sustainability, and so forth. We implement a third-party certification, which means that the certifying body is in Australia, NASA, and Women in Business has been given the license to implement the internal control system or the auditing part of organics. So once in a while, NASA from Australia comes and check whether the work has been done to international standards before you can export. So far, 651 certified farmers covering about 30,000 hectares. The actual work that we do with growers is listed up there. And when a farm is certified, then this certificate is issued to Women in Business, which will enable us to export to New Zealand and to England and so forth. We also provide certification services to other companies in Samoa, listed above. Right now, they don't really pay us for this, but they're working on it. Regional links. Women in Business has 2 weeks ago, thanks to Sashi, asked Women in Business to help with organic certification for France, and the Tongan National Youth Congress has just, as of this week, got some certified farmers. Women in Business is also a founding member of the Pacific Organic and Ethical Trade Community. This is housed at SPC, and where I work, and also my colleague there, Karen Mapsua, who was at one time the Associate Director of Women in Business. And our role is to anyone who is interested in organics and ethical trade, we do this for the region, and we have members in most of the 22 Pacific Island countries and territories. In Women in Business, that's all the families that we work with for the certification that is done. It's a lot of paperwork and forms and monitoring and visitation to ensure that these farms are certified, so that we can only get products from certified farms. So that's in the main island, and that's in Savai, the big island. So all those are farms that we work with. Some of the activities, the Find Mats, is a very successful program where women in the communities are identified, and then we look for sponsors to sponsor Find Mat, and then the women, because doing one of these very special Find Mats takes about 6 months, so they are paid every week or every 2 weeks according to the progress that they've done. This is a success story, the virgin coconut oil. This goes all the way to the body shop, and we have the body shop in England, and we have 8 sites, now increasing to about 19 sites in the island, where these families do the product with small meals. The coconuts for this has to come from certified organic farms. We just had to decertify a farmer 3 weeks ago because he got coconuts from a non-certified farms. And we send about 4 containers to the body shop every year, but with the new presses, we'll increase that. Yeah, ladyfinger bananas, that goes, organic bananas, that goes to New Zealand as a snack, ripened and dried. Again, coconuts and bananas, this particular variety, it's easy to grow where you just plant it in the back and there's not much pest and diseases and all that, so it helps with your supply. But right now, because of the cyclone, we're expecting the bananas come back to production late May and early June. Tamanu oil, that's another key product collected from near the beaches. Cocoa, organic cocoa, we hear that Samoa has some of the traditional varieties that are hard to find now, so some work is going into dealing with overseas markets to ensure that these families that we work with can sell their products. Coffee, lemongrass, cinnamon, yeah, just organic certification in Samoa is open to all, and now Women in Business has an outreach arm which can also assist other countries with certification. There's always a continued effort to look for resources. The government of Samoa is very supportive. The Samoan Prime Minister is the chair of the Pacific High Level Organic Group that meets on the site every time there's a forum meeting to lobby and advocate for the movement. And private sector. At Women in Business, we continue to look for new products for export so that the villages can get income, sustained income. Just 2 weeks ago, this guy just got a vehicle from his savings and all this in making coconut oil. The vehicle is important so that they can collect coconuts to make the oil. So along the value chain, any missing thing like that, when you're rushing to fill the containers. So it's a family unit. Yeah, so just basically some lessons learned so far, that Women in Business have a very clear direction and has not been affected by the changing donor priorities. We work with family, it's not just women and youth. In Samoa, it works well when you work with the family unit. And provision of financial services, which has a microfinance, so that these producers of coconut oil don't just get the money in their hand. It's sort of managed so that they don't all use it in the funeral or the wedding or the things that come up, but in order to maintain the production. And yeah, we've learned that these changes in behaviors in the communities takes time, and project periods are too short for behavioral change and real learning to occur. And that's the contact for Women in Business, and email for the Executive Director. Thank you.